What up, what up, what up? This is Mike the Philosopher here with another one. This one is Kendra. It's a brother this time. I'm not gonna hold you. Let's go in.
Hello? CJ, ready? Uh-oh. You ready, CJ?
Hi. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, I've never seen this
Okay.
before, y'all,
Can you
so
bring
I
the
don't know
camera
what's
down a
gonna
little
happen.
bit?
Let's go in.
Yeah.
All right. What's your name, love?
I'm CJ.
Can you bring the camera down? Because, like, I see a lot of your ceiling. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, my bad.
All right, there we go. Your name is CJ?
Yes.
CJ, where you calling me from?
Atlanta.
ATL, how old are you?
35.
35. What you do for a living?
I work in strategy, medical devices.
Strategy, medical devices. Do you have any children?
No kids.
No kids. What's your zodiac sign?
No Pisces.
Pisces.
Kendra be so regiment. That's what I noticed. With her and Ashley, when they interview dudes, they be so dry and almost like they want to get guys out of the way. I really don't like that. Like, get a guys a little conversation. You be all sister girled up when it's a woman, but when a guy called, they be so dry and so regimented and just reading off a list. It's just so whack to me. Let's hope it lightens up a little bit. I haven't seen this before. Let's go in.
So we got CJ, Atlanta, 35, no kids, works in strategy for medical devices, is a Pisces. Have you ever been married?
Yeah, I've been married twice, actually.
Been married twice. Okay. How long did each marriage last?
My first marriage, my ex-wife, I got married at 21. We divorced at 27. My last marriage, my ex-husband, I am bisexual, married twice. My ex-husband, we married in 2020, divorced in 2022.
Kendra, no, she ain't right with those looks. All right, let's run that back, y'all. Kendra, she tripping. I gotta see it
Married at
again.
21, we divorced at 27. My last marriage, my ex-husband, I am bisexual, married twice. My ex-husband, we married in 2020, divorced in 2022.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, I wasn't ready, CJ.
Hey, it is the ATL. Shout out to the ATL. But I would probably be a little bit more surprised if it was any other place, if I'm being honest. Let's go in.
Putting it out there right now. So, yeah.
So you was once married to a woman and you was once married to a man.
Yes.
Have you been bisexual your whole life?
Yeah.
Okay, so tonight, are you looking for a man or a woman?
I'm looking for somebody with good energy, someone who just matches me. I guess it doesn't matter. It's just a matter of us, our energy vibing the right way, and it just flowing naturally.
So you're open to a man or a woman tonight?
Yeah, why not?
Oh.
You can't make this shit up, folks. You cannot make this shit up.
Why not? All right, let's do it.
That my standards for both are absolutely different, though.
So when I ask you the question, answer it for each gender, okay?
Wow.
Okay.
All right. So we got CJ, Atlanta, 35, no kids, Pisces, strategy.
I guess I wasn't ready either, y'all. This should be interesting. Let's go in.
For medical devices, revealed that he's been married twice, once to a man, once to a woman. He is bisexual, and he's open to either tonight. What kind of man are you looking for, or what kind of woman are you looking for?
All right. I'll go woman first. As far as women, I like short women, small, petite, someone who's headstrong. I like someone who runs business the way I run business. Um, they kind of take charge individuals at work, but very relaxed and easygoing.
In other words, short, petite, masculine acting woman. That's really what he's saying. Who takes care of business and runs a business, probably runs things. That's a masculine minded woman. So keep that in mind. I'd be interested to know what kind of dude he looking for. Let's go in. I wonder if the dude he want is feminine acting. He said he had two different criteria. So we'll see. Let's go in.
Outside of work. As far as men, I like someone who's also strong, extremely ambitious, athletes like myself.
All right. So if I'm being honest, this guy is leaning more towards a man. Okay, he is probably 75%. I say 60% into men and 40% into women. Even though he's both, he rock with both. He likes the male mind the most. Okay, and as we know, the mind, the mental is that's the majority of falling for someone. It's not the looks. It's not none of that. It's the mind. So he might as well just date men. Okay. Let's go in.
Someone who makes as much money as I make, if not more.
All
masculine
masculine
energy.
traits. Masculine energy. All masculine traits. Yeah, this guy. He just need to get him a dude. I was with him when he said short, petite, sexy for the women, but then everything I heard after that was all masculine. Let's go.
Yeah, that's a must.
So how much money do you make that they should make?
I make projecting this year. I'll probably make $250,000.
Okay, so you'll make 250K. So you want a man a quarter? Yeah, that's 150K, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you want a man
Yeah.
to make at least 250K.
Somewhere in the range. So like, not necessarily saying that they have to like make that much, but at least over 100, where it doesn't feel like I think and I've watched the show a lot, so I would tell you that this is probably going to be the craziest interview that you. Because I definitely have a lifestyle that I've lived.
You have a lifestyle,
and
but I'm going to tell you right now, CJ.
But
it might not be as crazy as you think. I've heard a lot of shit in the last 4 years, so it's gonna be hard to say crazy for me. I've heard a lot of crazy things, CJ.
I'll give her that.
look,
But continue.
I would say just over 100, over 100K. I just don't want to feel like I have to take care of somebody. What I want is someone to live life with. I want someone that wants to travel, this male or female, someone who's spontaneous, someone who likes to have fun, who's not a liar. I hate liars. That's skipping to the next portion, but I hate liars.
Well, let me ask you this. I want to get clarity. So the money requirement is for the man, not the woman.
No, I would say like I would want a woman that's business minded and goal oriented, that's working, who's successful in her own right. I will say I do not give money to male or female in the first 90 days. If that's asked, I will immediately block. I don't even waste time.
Okay.
You should be able to self-sustain and hold your own, and I should be lifting you up, not carrying you along the dating process.
Got you. I still need a clear answer to this question because you told me that the requirements for men and women are different. And I wanted to know, is this 250K a requirement for both men and the woman, or is it just a requirement for the man?
No, so I say, let me just put it as a flat. They have to make over 100K, both.
Okay. Fair enough. They have to make over 100K. A man.
But he was going to give the woman some more leeway. And I find that interesting. I really do find that interesting. Nobody want to give men breaks. Not even other men. Nobody want to give the man a break. But women, they get a little more leeway. But he's trying to be fair. So he said, forget it. I'll just make it level. Everybody has to make 100K. But if he find a woman that got what he need, she ain't gonna have to make no 100K. She ain't gonna have to make that. But the dude, I ain't taking care of no man. That's even in men's mind. Can you believe that? That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Why is that crazy? Because everybody's indoctrinated with this man is supposed to move a certain type of way, and the woman is supposed to get all kind of concessions. But it's crazy to me because it's not even just the women who think that, it's men who think that too.
He ain't lying.
And it's like, nobody, don't y'all realize what times we're living in? Women are making just as much money as men. They're making just as much money as men. So we can't really go by these old traditional ways anymore. Everybody want that traditional stuff when it comes to man. See, and this is his conflict. Traditional against modern. He's willing to go traditional with the man, but modern with the woman. And that's how women think too. They want the man to be traditional while they get to be modern. These are not traditional times anymore. Okay, so let's just do everything modern. But the problem with that is people don't want to look at men in a modern way. They just don't. And you can't have it both ways. Apparently this brother can, but anyway, that's another story. Anyway, let's go in.
Or a woman. What are your deal breakers for each?
Liars. Easy. I don't like liars. I'm a Pisces. I have this natural ability. Whenever someone lies to me, I literally feel sick to my stomach. I just don't like it. Women with more than one child, it's a deal breaker for me. Because they don't have the ability to travel the way that I like to travel. I mean, pretty much that's it.
Okay. So CJ, I got a paid question from December Neal. December Neal sent me $5 and said, are you open to trans individuals as well?
Good question.
I'm gonna say yes, but it really depends on the individual. If it's a male to female, I would prefer someone who's completely past their transition, who's living in their life, who's living as a woman, and there's no need for me to assist with surgery costs, or in the event that they are partially transitioned and they have something now that they won't have later.
So I guess your whole transition needs to be done with, you need to be living as your last self, I guess is what he's saying. And all that stuff needs to be paid for. Don't be asking him to pay for it. That's an interesting question though. A guy who goes both ways, would he be interested in trans? And he said yes. I mean, I can't imagine why he would say no. He did kind of hesitate to answer that, probably because he never done that before. But it's all gray. It's all a gray area at this point, right? That's what I think. It's all a gray area. You went this way, you went that way. Why don't you just combine the colors and go that way too? You went black, you went white, just go gray.
Let it all hang out with the beautiful little Richard from down in Macon, Georgia. I am the king of rock and roll. Ow, ow, ow. My. I just had to do that. Now I feel so much better. I got it out. Wait, oh, it's...
That's a little too complicated for your boy. I'm just saying. I'm gonna just go this way. I'm good that way. Anyway, let's go in.
So that's a part that you have to kind of recognize ahead of time. Like, oh, you don't have this. You have this now, but you won't have it later. So fully transition. As far as female to male, you got to meet the same requirements as a man. I hold to that standard. Be tall, be athletic. You probably won't be 6'3", but be tall, but athletic, in shape, make great money, be career oriented, and kind of from there.
Okay. Now, does the male or female have to look a certain way?
Athletic. They have to work out. That's I live by fitness. My degree background is in exercise physiology. So I pretty much live a relatively healthy lifestyle, not a tyrant. I mean, I eat out. I eat out a lot. I eat a lot of steaks.
Yeah, clarify
so
that, bro.
I'm not opposed to people who are, not in the most absolute best shape. I mean, even for myself, I don't feel like I'm in the best shape of my life. So just someone who's active and enjoys taking care of themselves.
Okay. We got to the money question earlier. Go ahead.
I know. It says besides women have to be petite, small.
Oh, that was for the men description. Okay, how does the woman must look?
Petite, small. I like dark hair. I like soft, graceful, sweet. The kind of.
If I'm being, listen, I'm gonna just be honest. Me and his taste in women are not much the same. I mean, not much different. Me and his, I like petite, nice, dark-haired, in shape women. Medium to petite, I like those. Big women can get it, but not my first draft pick. But those petite women, and in shape and dark hair and stuff like that, they'll get drafted first for me. But me and his, I guess, thing with men, those are not the same. Okay, I don't mess with men at all. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that for those who do that, but I don't even check for that team. Okay. But I just find that kind of interesting that we sort of have the same in taste in women, but the men, you lost me, bro. I don't know anything about that world. Not that anything is wrong with that, but let's go in.
A woman that would meet my mom, and my mom be like, "Ooh, who's that?" That's the kind of woman I'm looking for.
Let me ask this, because you are bisexual, and I appreciate your transparency. Right, I think sometimes the concern with bisexual people is, will they cheat on them with the other gender? Does that desire go away? So if a woman was open-minded and said, you know what, I'm going to give CJ a try, what would be her insurance that you're not going to cheat on her with a man throughout the relationship?
That's actually a question that I've gotten quite a few times. But for me, It's kind of like a switch. If I'm with a woman, I kind of almost don't see men, and when I'm with a man, I kind of almost don't see women. Um, when I'm single, I see them both.
Wow.
When you're single, you see them both.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I mean, because the me like have the option to kind of look and explore either direction, but um,
Okay.
My question would be, if you with a woman, do you see other women? I know you don't see other men, but do you see other women? And what you were saying with a man, if you're a man, do you see other men? Is it an energy type of thing that you're connected to? If you're with a certain gender, you that just because you cheat don't mean you're gonna cheat with the opposite sex all the time. It can mean you could cheat with the same sex. So he didn't get into that. Maybe he will. Let's find out.
Okay.
when I'm in a relationship, I'm pretty zoned in. I will say I would like the idea of poly. Not saying that I'm against it. I would. I wouldn't mind.
But poly in what way? Poly with a man and a woman, or poly with two men? Poly with two women? What would be the version of poly that you'll be open to?
An ideal situation is a man and a woman. That way, she has two boyfriends. She has two men that are providers, that are keepers, that are in a way that we would take care of. So, I don't think many women. Well, I guess a lot of women probably would object to having two men, but I don't know.
Nah, I know some women out there who want two men. They want that polyandry life. Two men, or maybe even more than two men. There's some women out there doing that, but I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend to understand that lifestyle or that setup. I'll just say that there are some women who would want that situation, but what they got to deal with is those men being together themselves. Okay, and if that's something they can block out of their mind, maybe it'll work. I just did a video on a poly relationship, but it was one guy with four wives. He talking about polyandry, which is the opposite. One woman and multiple men, it sounds like. I'm less familiar with that setup. Okay. That setup to me don't make a whole lot of sense numerically. It doesn't really help out the African American community much. I would say it takes up more men, but if those men are into men, are they really a loss to the community? I don't think so. But let me stop talking. Let's go back in.
I wouldn't mind it.
Okay.
I'd be
You
able to
wouldn't
do it.
mind it. Okay. We got to the money question earlier. He said make it just at least 100K or more. He's not going to take care of you. Do not ask him for money within the first 90 days. Let's do the Kendra Kim. Okay. Look like you in shape.
I work out every now and then, maybe once or twice a week.
Once or twice a week. Okay. So we got
I'm
CJ,
kidding.
Atlanta, 35. What's the age range you would date?
Um, right. So based on my experience, I kind of feel like someone who is with the mindset that I'm looking for would probably be between 27 and 45.
Okay. Should they be in Atlanta?
They don't have to be. I travel a lot, so I wouldn't care.
Do you want kids yourself?
I do want children.
Okay. Would that be a reason why you would want to be with a woman?
Good
No,
reason.
I mean, I make enough money to put in an application that would present well enough for me to on my own.
Okay. So I don't normally ask this question. Someone paid for me to ask it. You don't have to answer it if you don't want to. I know different
Oh
bisexual and gay
Lord,
men.
don't ask
Sometimes they
this
like
one.
answering this question. Sometimes they don't like answering the question. But Dhende07, Dhende07 sent.
Cover your
It said,
ears.
Kendra, can you ask him if he's a bottom or a top?
Cover your ears.
Very, very, very versed.
He's versed. He's versed. Okay. There you have your answer. He's versed. Okay. When was your last relationship, CJ?
That would be my last relationship. That I would say like a serious relationship would be my ex-husband. But I have dated in the last 2 years. Made some really great friends out of it, but nothing that I would say is long term.
Long term. Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna put this caveat out there right now because I know it's gonna. If you put this on Instagram, it's definitely gonna come up. So I'll say it now. So it was at a point when when my husband left, and I've kind of fell into a wild space, and I did have OnlyFans,
Listen, boy, I know I shouldn't have came here.
and I'm relatively known. No.
Yeah. Do you still have your OnlyFans?
No. That's. But I did it, so I
You
wouldn't.
did.
Like I say, when I say I don't like liars, I also rarely ever lie. So, kind of mentally preparing myself for how this is gonna roll out, but in the same time, I mean, I'm a good guy.
And I guess what things were you doing on your OnlyFans?
Lots of things.
Lots of things. Ooh, child.
That would explain the 250K that he's making. He making that on OnlyFans. Listen, bruh, I don't give the ladies a break for that. I ain't gonna give you a break for that either. You know, doing the OF stuff. I don't know why YouTube trip off me saying that, but the OF stuff, I don't look. You don't get no breaks either. Now, he did tell the truth, and he's a stickler for lying and things like that. He said it's gonna come out on Instagram, and he said he'd do lots of stuff. Let's keep it real. He was doing some stuff on there with his husband, and they were locked in doing OF and probably making some money in a niche type of situation. So that's why he make all this money. He traveled a lot. That's probably his main career. I mean, he said he got his degree in, fitness and all this other stuff. That ain't how you making your money, bruh. You making it online just like some of these other ladies out here. You in a industry. So no breaks are given. I'll put it to you that way. Let's go in.
I'll leave it at that. When you say lots of things, we'll just use our imagination to wonder. All right, when was the last time you was intimate with someone? You don't have to answer.
I ain't gonna skip that.
Okay. Can you just answer this for me though? Was it a man or a woman?
It was a man.
Man. Do you care to share the last time you was intimate with a woman?
Yeah. Last Sunday.
You can't make this shit up, folks. You cannot make this shit up.
Oh, that was last time. How was the last? That is. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. So you had last Sunday.
Last Sunday he was with a woman, and just last night he was with a man. Okay, and he probably did something on OF on his page, so he can get paid his money. That's how he's living his life. I don't know. If I'm being honest, this guy don't qualify to be nobody to be serious with. Like have a family with. He say he want kids. I mean, it's just as bad as if it was a woman. You don't need to have no kid. As long as you're doing that lifestyle, you don't need to have no kids. Don't damage your kids like that. Okay. And for a number of different reasons. Obviously, the kid can grow up ridiculed. The kid can grow up traumatized. There's a lot of things. I'm not saying that those people shouldn't have kids eventually, but I don't know. It's just something that's not settling when you're doing that type of work and kids are involved. Some kind of, it's just no. Don't involve no kids in this. Be done with that part of your lifestyle, if anything, and then try to have kids. But this guy, he's all over the map, man. I don't even know if I can go any longer with this. I'll leave it right here. Let me know what y'all think, man. Again, I'm not knocking the lifestyle, to each their own, whatever. There are different ways to, love on people, I guess. Even if that means you don't understand it, okay? And it just is what it is. But the fact that I'll be honest with you, he kind of lost credibility and points with me when he spoke about the OF stuff. His preference and all that other stuff, I don't care about that. But the lifestyle, that's the part I'm not rocking with. But anyway, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.